and welcome to Comics with Jose. My name is Jose. I love comics and I want to share them with you. Follow me on Twitter at Art of J Velez, on Instagram at JVelez622. We're going to review some comics that I like, that I love, and some that I don't like or love. I own all the comic books that I am showing. Even though we're going to be looking at them digitally, I actually have copies of every single comic book that we are going to review. Like and subscribe, and thanks for listening. Hello, everyone. We're going to have a short one today. Thanks so much for coming back and listening to me. Today, we are going to be looking at the backup feature from Classic X-Men 39 in 1989. I believe this is right before Jim Lee did 248, and then before he did the Acts of Vengeance with the Mandarin. So this is nestled right between them, I believe. So this is a reprint of the Dark Phoenix saga, but we're not here to look at the reprint. We're actually here to look at a short story called Briggs' Revenge, written by Anna Senti. Jim Lee does pencil it, and Joe Rubinstein is the inker, not Scott Williams. Normally, Scott Williams is Jim Lee's inker, but that come later. So, um, like I said, we're just going to be looking at the backup story here. So, Storm is flying around um, in New York. She's not in costume, she's just dressed like normal. And you can already see Jim Lee is going to be special. We have a very nice perspectively, I say, because I think he free-handed most of this. But look, it's forward, and then you can definitely see it's all heading up. So it's a very, very nice. Storm is landing, and thinks nobody saw her, but this guy did. He sees that she can fly, and he's a mutant, and he wants some help. I love already Jim Lee and the dark that he's using for the shadows. Um, Joe Rubinstein brings some nice. Oh, I forgot the name of these things. That's all right. Um, and here Storm is coming, and you can kind of tell what this story is going to be about. So, um, he's going to ask her for help. Nice establishing shot. I like the fact that there's no background, just that little garbage can there. And there's no panel border. That's pretty cool. I think this part could have been whited out here, but that would make this even better if they would have just whited out here. But and Storm ignores him and walks past him, and he is a little angry that she just kind of ignored him, and this guy stands up to her. He thinks he's angry because he thinks that she's dismissing him because of his looks, and wants to get even. This panel, you can already see Jim Lee. You can already start seeing Jim Lee uh, is going to be special, and his style is really formed very well. He was very quick in becoming a superstar. I mean, Jim Lee, um, his time in Punisher was really well. He really crafted his art style and his craft very well. So, um, later they're back in costume, back at Xavier. He's pulling this tree for some whatever reason. Storm is gonna help him get rid of it, and Wolverine cut it down. when Briggs shows up, breaks their, uh, destroys their car. Wolverine thought he smelled something, and she recognizes him. Um, and she has to choose between Colossus and Wolverine. Here's some more of the screen tones. Remembered what they're called, but I love that. Um, this is lightly shaded. This one is it's a little bit darker shaded, but then the screen tones really make it pop, so that looks really good. Um, Joe Rubinstein was very popular inker during the 80s and early 90s. More old school. So she's in her head, she's thinking, goodness, who do I choose? And again, the screen tones here, and you can see a little bit darker screen tones or a little bit more bold screen tones, a little bit lighter screen tones here. Again, two different sides, so this looks much darker. And the screen tone here is removed. Wonderful, wonderful work. Um, Old school screen tones had to be put in and then painstakingly removed. It's not like digital now, makes it so much easier. And she chooses Wolverine because she thinks Wolverine will have the um, easiest time surviving. And so he fires at Wolverine. Look at this drawing. Believe it or not, the screen tone and the coloring makes this stand up better. Um, I don't think this would be nearly as impactful if it wasn't for the screen tone. The screen tone really sells this shot here. Um, it's still a good shot, but the screen tone really puts it over the top. And says, "Oh, he must have moved a little bit. He's still alive. I'm gonna get him." In the meantime, here comes Colossus, and a good shot here. And I don't mean by Colossus, a good shot in the drawing. Um, Very effective here. Little screen tone here, but she uses her powers to kind of get him in the air. Wolverine says, "Just drop him out. I'll get him." This is in the early days of computer coloring, so this is most likely the paper had gotten better. It was still newsprint, but a little bit better, so they could take some chances with the computer. So they drop the guy. Wolverine's about to get him, and he's gonna kill him. And Storm talks him down, says that he came for help and she ignored him, and this is all her fault, and they need to help him. So puts the claws away, and she explains why she had to choose. And he's like, "Forget it. I'm gonna go get a beer." But you can tell that it hurt him that she chose him. And Storm thinks, and he's like, "Yep, I did what I had to do already." So anyway, so it's a good, like I said, it's a good little story here. It's a short story. In Jim Lee, like I said, it's between well, he was still doing Punisher in between the 248 and then the Acts of Vengeance Psylocke story. So like and subscribe. Thanks for listening.